Could a Pike series be on the horizon? And are we finally going to get some more details on the mysterious Section 31 series? All that and more as we predict what we might see at this coming week's massive Star Trek event. Hello everyone, my name is Captain Jack and welcome to Trek Central. This coming week, Star Trek Las Vegas will take place from Wednesday, July 31st to Saturday, August 4th. This is the biggest Star Trek community event on the planet, with many Trekkies attending as well as many iconic Star Trek actors new and old. We're expecting to see some announcements as well as more news on upcoming Star Trek shows like Picard and Discovery. Today we'll be sharing some of our predictions and wishes of what might happen. Let's warp into it. It seems that Star Trek Las Vegas usually has a surprise announcement from those behind the scenes, with the 2018 event seeing Star Trek franchise boss Alex Kurtzman bring out legendary Sir Patrick Stewart to announce the return of his iconic character Jean-Luc Picard.
Jean-Luc Picard is back.
Our first major prediction and wish is for the announcement of a brand new Star Trek series starring our beloved Anson Mount as Captain Christopher Pike. Fan wishes for a Star Trek Pike series have been high for quite a while now, following the announcement that Anson Mount would not return to Star Trek Discovery following Season 2. Excited fans immediately started an online petition to get the actor his own show, along with co-stars Ethan Peck as Spock and Rebecca Romaine as Number 1. It appears that Star Trek executives have picked up on fan wishes, with Pike, Spock and Number 1 returning in a series of short treks expected to air later this year. More adventures on the Enterprise, it seems.
Hit it.
Recently at San Diego Comic-Con, Alex Kurtzman teased the crowd on the topic of Captain Pike getting his own show by asking, "Do you want to see them get their own show?" referring to the characters of Pike, Spock and Number 1. Now of course the crowd erupted with cheers and screams of excitement, followed by Kurtzman saying, "Well, think about it," with a cheeky smile on his face. So there we go. Kurtzman seems like he's teasing the crowd a little bit. Out of all the talked about shows, fans of all sides of the Star Trek fandom seem to be wanting a Star Trek Pike series the most. Online petitions, constant posts on social media clearly indicate a desire for more of these characters. So the ball is in CBS's court, who seems to have heard about it. Star Trek Las Vegas could see the announcement of a Captain Pike-led series. It's clear something is going on behind the scenes, so we'll have to wait and see of what we get out of this event. Rest assured, we'll be covering the entire event so you won't miss a thing. Now let's talk about the Section 31 series. I don't expect much news to come out of this show, and it's still in the very early stages of development, but we've not heard much about it. Obviously that is because it is in early development, though with Discovery taking Michelle Yeoh's character 1,000 years into the future, it does put the Section 31 show into a weird place. It's possible we'll get hints, maybe some art or a surprise teaser, but again, I do have to say it is very unlikely given how early in development the show is. Are they going to make the series at the same time as Discovery or something different entirely? We simply do not know at the moment. Star Trek Lower Decks has already been shown off to us, but it appears extra information will be coming along this week. Series creator and showrunner Mike McGann is confirmed via Twitter that him and his writing team would be in attendance at Las Vegas this week, and it seemed to be keen on sharing some more information. The team are taking to the stage to discuss all things Lower Decks. We might be seeing more character reveals or art from the show. I do think it might be too early for a full-blown trailer, but there is a small chance we could see a little teaser for the upcoming show. Either way, we're excited for whatever Lower Decks brings to the table. Discovery has a presence at this year's event, with many of the actors and actresses coming out to talk about the show's past seasons, ahead of the upcoming Season 3. Joining series lead Sonequa Martin Green on stage will be the following: Doug Jones, Anthony Rapp, Mary Wiseman, Jason Isaacs, Patrick Tune, Emily Colts, Sarah Mitch, Ronnie Rowe, and apparently Anson Mount. I say apparently in regards to Mr. Mount, as his schedule for Las Vegas appears to have been altered from what it previously was. Also on stage is reportedly Ethan Peck, James Frayne, Shazad Latif, Mary Chieffo, Kenneth Mitchell, Jane Brooke, Rekha Sharma, and Clint Howard. Quite a cast for Discovery. It seems they're coming out in full force this year. Now of course, Star Trek Discovery is the spearhead of CBS's modern Star Trek approach, so it makes sense that it'll have a large presence at the upcoming event. Will we see any surprise information about the show's Season 3? Unlikely. There is potential for further new cast announcements following David Ajala's reveal at Comic-Con, but we'll have to wait and see. Are you excited about Discovery Season 3? Let us know in the comments below. Star Trek Picard threw us a huge bone at San Diego Comic-Con, though this is another series I do not expect any new information from. We've received a trailer, lots of interviews, and even a panel. Sir Patrick Stewart, Brent Spiner, Jerry Ryan, and Jonathan Del Arco all spoke about returning to the Star Trek universe. Much about the series was already revealed, like the return of the Borg, the Romulans, and it just seems unlikely there will be anything massive at this event. However, in saying so, there is a Star Trek Picard panel on Saturday with Jonathan Frakes, Jerry Ryan, Jonathan Del Arco, and some other members of the show's cast, who have not been confirmed yet. So it's possible more hints about the story and setting of Picard might leak out. We'll have to keep listening for more info. Quickly adding this on the topic of more info, Jonathan Frakes recently spoke to IGN, suggesting that the characters of William T. Riker and Marina Sirtis' character of Deanna Troi Riker are no longer a part of Starfleet. A bit of a revelation, but we'll be covering this in more detail soon, so keep an eye out for that. As we round off this video, I wanted to speak quickly about a few additional topics, starting with Star Trek video games. You've most likely heard, if not played, the MMO Star Trek Online. Well, they're back at Vegas this year, and I have a sneaky feeling they will reveal more Discovery cast members are about to join their Age of Discovery expansion. Following what they said, I have strong feelings that we'll be seeing Anson Mount joining the lineup of characters in the game. Given the USS Enterprise was added recently, it would make perfect sense to include him in the game. Along with STO, the makers of Star Trek Fleet Command, that's the mobile game, are appearing at the show, most likely to talk about how the game was developed, as well as other mobile Trek games. A few VR studios are listed to appear in one of the panels. Whether this means we're getting a new Trek VR game or it's just for the sake of discussing Star Trek games, I guess we'll find out. Personally, I would love a new major Star Trek game. Something that is not mobile would be great. In case you didn't know, this year is the 40th anniversary of Star Trek the Motion Picture. Recently at Comic-Con, David Fine, who was the producer of the director's edition of the motion picture, revealed that Paramount is considering a 4K Blu-ray version of the movie. No more news has come out since that revelation, but Vegas would be a prime place to reveal the special edition of the film. While the motion picture is not my personal favourite of the TOS movies, it would be great to see it in 4K, just for the memories and nostalgia. Well, that's all we have on Star Trek Las Vegas for the moment. Sadly, we here at Trek Central are not in attendance at this year's event, but will hopefully be attending in 2020 to meet some of you and celebrate all things Star Trek. In the meantime, if you want to keep up to date with all things Star Trek, including news, lore, and more, then make sure to subscribe to Trek Central here on YouTube. Or you can follow us on social media such as Twitter. We've also got a brand new Discord server where you can come and chat all things Trek. Check the description of this video for more. I've been Captain Jack, thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.